How to apply melanination to the modern world. You can start a LLC or company or corporation or any contractual employment service agreement that requires classification. And instead of asking for race, you inquire for this contractee to highlight their melanin type, whether they are eumelaninated or pheomelaninated. Under this you can then inquire for ethnicity, which is associated more with a particular geographical birthplace. For example, like Caucasian American, African, and many others like this. What you can also do as a form of correction is manually request for job applications to have a section for melanination identification. You can manually write it down if it is a physical contract and explain it to your employer, or, if through online contracts, add it in the comments section with a brief explanation as to what melanination is and why it will replace the man-made concept of race. You should bring this form of identification into public or private school systems on all levels. If you are listening to this and you are a student, teacher, administrator, principal, security, janitor, lunch service worker, counselor, and or work as staff on any level, you should immediately inform those around you about establishing this change into education and any assigned requirements to identify your race, which will be replaced by the melanination, which is a biologically accurate identification of human beings. We must now also apply melanination to all public or private institution of health. This applies to all PR actioners, staff, nurses, doctors, surgeons, and anybody employed through contractual agreement. The application of melanination also is required to apply it into the practice of law at all levels of professions. This form of identification is going to integrate it into the language in the court system, prison system, lawyers' practice, prosecutor documentation, and anybody in the instruction of law. Finally, through the creation of petitions in all levels, the man-made concept of race will lose its relevance to melanination identification in all contractual agreements, licenses, and all forms of human type classification inquiry. Once again, eumelaninated people are browner-skinned people. Pheomelaninated people are lighter-skinned people. These two melanin types encapsulates all ethnicities. Concluding now that the most relevant details to identify a human being is ethnicity and melanination. Change the future. Save the children.